It's as simple as
What's your
that.
name?
Andrew Kelly.
So I'm going to end
You're Paddy
there,
and all like me.
I'm going to show you one
You
thing
are Andrew?
first.
Yeah.
Do you want to come over somewhere a bit quieter with me? Is that all right? Right, so here we are. We're still at the child abuse rally, and there's a lot of victims up there, and they're giving their piece. But I've got one here called Andy, and he's willing to speak on camera. And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to advocate victims coming forward and showing their faces, because it's a very difficult, but you have to be very brave to do it. And I found one here. I found another hero here. So, what happened to you, Andy? Nice and loud. What's your story?
I was abused when I was 15. I was raped outside my parents' house. The guy in question at the time, he got a 2-year suspended sentence and put on the sex offenders list for 5 years. His mum was a child psychologist at the time, and
so the perpetrator, your rapist, his mother was a child psychologist. Couldn't have been a very good one, could she, Andy? And you know, the thing is, can I just say that what it is, we do have our humour, our black humour. You know, it's like I've spent many hours, me personally, sitting in a corner in an armchair, years with a bottle of scotch, doing that, and self-medicating and going crackers, contemplating suicide and attempting it. You know what I mean? So I attempted suicide a couple of times, so I weren't very good at it, was I? Anyway, so really I didn't want to go. But that is the sort of pain that we're putting across. But we do have a humour, don't we? So,
yeah, we do.
I'd just like to say that. So this guy.
Yeah.
How do you feel towards this guy? Who, first of all, was he a member of the establishment or anything like that?
no, he wasn't.
What did he do? What was he doing for a living? So?
He didn't do anything apart from sell drugs.
Right. So how old was he?
He was 35.
And you were?
15.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
And he was put on a sex offenders register for 5 years.
Yep.
What else happened to him, Andy? Anything?
Nothing. He was suspended for 2 years, suspended sentence.
So he never even went into prison? Did he spend any time on bail in prison?
He spent about a month while he was waiting to go to trial.
So the guy he was found guilty though?
Yeah.
But the guy who raped you outside your home was let off, really?
Yeah. He was, they classed it as 3 counts of sexual assault.
Right.
But 2 years later, he also got arrested again for having 10,000 images on his computer of class 1 of child pornography. And yet again, he got 2 years suspended sentence and put on the sex offenders list.
You see, Andy, your story, unfortunately, is not unusual.
No.
Well, there are thousands, tens of thousands of stories like this, and it's our government. So listen, and our legal people, our top legal people, that don't seem to have empathy with child abuse victims. If anything, they try and make us feel like criminals. Now, for this guy to keep getting off, how has that affected you, your mind?
I find it very hard to trust people. Not really a lot. I moved away straight afterwards. I moved out of the area for 2 years.
But he remained in the area?
Yeah, he remained in the area.
So you even had to move because of it?
I don't really know.
Can I just ask you, did any of the social services or support groups help you move, help you to find a place?
No.
So you had to do it off your own bat?
Yeah.
So a guy's raped you outside your house, he's gone to call, he's walked out, left him on your manor, you've had to leave, and the social services didn't even help you?
No.
What support have you had?
They gave me some leaflets, but they're all about women being attacked. And that's why I opened Stop the Hurt, because it was originally based for males only. But then I knew that because of such a large network, it's now for males and females of any age.
Right. Because this abuse doesn't discriminate between sexes, does it?
No.
And that is it.
But it's very hard because the police tend to hide away. They don't like to admit when there's a problem.
Yeah. Why is that, Andy? Why do you think?
I don't know. We had a while ago one of our panel meetings, because I do voluntary work for Surrey Police. And one of our
what kind of voluntary work? Can we just have a little go at this? If we put that there and we'll stop the wind.
Crime prevention panel at Farnham Police Station.
Yeah.
And we meet up every 6 weeks and have a discussion about what we need to do to stop crime in the area. And they handed out attack alarms. and the officer at the time turned around and said that he didn't want us to give out panic alarms because it looked bad on the police.
Oh, right.
So
well, I can't. Can you work that one out?
No, because I thought it would look better, because at least then they know that you're trying to.
Well, I can't work that one out. Andy, I'm just going to leave you for a minute, and I'm going to go there and talk to your mates. All right?
Okay,
Will you just wait here for me, Andy? Right, come with me, Lil. Lil, come with me. Right, so do you want to chuck it on me a minute? This is Jamie and Hannah. Jamie and Hannah are Andy's mates. You've seen Andy go through pain and torment. How does it make you feel?
It makes him feel a bit upset that he's going through it.
Yeah.
You can't support him. And,
Have you seen him breaking down, Jamie?
I've seen him upset when he's.
And what does he do when he's
himself.
upset?
Just sits to himself, stays quiet, doesn't really do anything.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to turn to.
Don't talk to anyone.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, like, because I'm an abuse victim, that's what I call the dark moments, the dark times.
Yeah.
And he will always go back there.
Yeah.
And that is what's so sad. It's for life, this. When you get abused, you suffer for life. Hannah, well, let's get the female side of it. How do you think when you see Andy in these kind of states? How does it make you feel?
No, because I'd like to do something about it, but I can't really. There's not really much I can do.
Yeah.
I'd like to help him, but he won't really talk to us about it, so we can't really help him.
Yeah.
I don't know, he has to leave him to himself sometimes.
So you can see these people, you know what I mean? Now, this is what I'm trying to put across here. This is a big web. This isn't just the victim's family. It goes to friends. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of victims that lose their friends because they go into these dark moments. They become abusive to their friends, etc. And if the friends are proper, they stick by them and they're there at the end. You know what I mean? So, well done. Shake your hand. Well done, Anna. And well done, Jamie. Now, another 2 heroes for you all. Right, now, come with me, Lil. Now we're going to go back to Andy. Right, so here we are, now back with Andrew. Now, Andrew, what I've just done, right, I just spoke to your mates and asked them how they felt about when they see you. And Hannah, especially, she said, when he gets in those, can we have it on Andrew, sorry. When he gets into these moods, she said, I would just like to help him. She says, but I just can't help him. I don't know what to do. So I'll just tell you something. It's a bit windy here, so you're going to have to allow for the wind, and it's like pissing down with rain. But I know how this man suffers, you know. And I tell you what, you've got 2 good mates there. Yeah, you got two good mates there, and I love them all anyway. And you keep doing what you're doing.
Brilliant.
And what is it called?
Stop the Hurt.
Give the full website.
www.pleasestopthehurt.co.uk.
There you go. Spoken like a true victim and a proper hero.
Brilliant.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to get. I don't normally do this, right? But at Pie Mash Films, we have what's called the Red Badge of Courage. Now, the Red Badge of Courage is a small badge which is a little bit dented and a little bit bloody, but can be worn with pride. In fact, there is no Red Badge of Courage. It's in here and in your heart. You've got one. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
All right. You crying?